Hey Fabiano, this is Daniel from Josh and Danny SEO. So I know you spoke with Joshua a little bit ago, and let's take a look at your website, see what we can do, see if there's anything we can help you with. So right off the bat, I like the setup over here. You have your logo, great, home, about, services, testimonials, contact. One thing I'm gonna say, you want to move these all over to a little bit over here and get your phone number on the top right corner so people can see right away that you are local to them, and that also they don't have to search for your number. Also, the services should be a drop-down menu, right? You paint houses, right? We don't paint houses. We make dreams come true. That's great. But here's how it's going, right? You have an interior, you have exterior, you probably have commercial, you have cabinet painting. Maybe you do baseboards too, right? There's a breakdown of services that you want people to be able to scroll to, pick the one they want, and move on. And that's exactly, it's called ease of access, and that's what you want. So you have an about us over here, which you would also want to have another about us, just like a thingy, services, great, crew, specialized products. Over here is where you're supposed to talk about all the services you do have. Testimonials, which are fine to have, and then finally, we're done. So there's no point on this where we're talking about what it is you're offering. As a matter of fact, oh no, oh no, is this a one-page website? Okay, that's why you can't have a one-page website. Google hates those because you don't have any back pages. The only thing you can possibly rank for is your home page. You can't rank for anything else. And not only that, but you have so much information on one page then, if you were to fill it out correctly, that it would just mess up everything as far as ranking goes. Let me show you why, right? So this is a back end of your website. Right, so you have UR rating is how strong your website is. DR rating is how much Google likes you. Right now, those are 0 because you have no backlinks. I mean, well, you do. You have 3, but that's not enough. So, with everything, right, a backlink is where you have your website link somewhere else where somebody can click on it, and a referring domain is when it returns to you. Now, not all of them are created equal. Most of them are, not most, some are BuzzFeed, Wikipedia, very spammy. You don't want those stuff. You want more stuff that'll actually accentuate what your website is, like having a cool friend. He has a street cred, stuff like that. Finally, you have your organic keywords. You don't have any. A keyword is what somebody might put into Google to find you. Now, I noticed where you live is very close to Seattle. It's actually, you guys are right there. So I did Painter, Seattle, Washington, give you a better idea of what's going on over here. This is what we call a buyer intentional keyword because it's location specific and service specific, right? Those two combination is how we actually create Google ads because I know that whoever is searching for this specific combination lives in Seattle. So I don't have to really worry. Plus, they're also looking for a painter. So we have our Google guaranteed. We don't care. You can have a Google ad over here for Certain Pro Painter of Seattle, Washington. I don't know why they're paying for a Google ad when they're already on the top. But your GMB is very important. You definitely want to want to invest in this. Get yourself to the top over here because the top 3 people here will get about 30% of all the business coming in. So anyone typing in Painter, Seattle, Washington will click on one of these 3 guys. So that's important. But then after that, we have something a little separate but still working hand in hand with GMB. You have your organic ranking system, which is for your website. So you got Yelp as number 1 and Sound Painting Solutions as number 2. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they're going to be your local competition in the area. So right off the bat, they got the number up top here, all their social media profiles, home, about with drop-down menus, service with drop-down. You see, interior, cabinet, exterior, commercial, multifamily. I don't even know what that means, but carpentry, I guess. I guess that would just translate over to sheetrock and drywall repair, which is something I would probably focus on more. But moving on, they have a blog. I don't care for blogs because they usually muddles when you're with everything when you're trying to do like keywords. But see how they have, even if it's not a lot, they still have something where they're talking about what it is they're offering, and that's exactly what you need. You need to talk about what it is you offer so that you can actually get keywords in there so that I wouldn't say people can help, but you can help rank for those. So let me show you what it looks like on the back end for them. So they have a UR rating of 33 and a DR of 33. They're doing excellent. You want them in the 30 to 40 range, and they have it perfectly. Not only that, but they have a ratio of 1 to 1, which is exactly where you want to be. So, I mean, somebody did their homework on the back end of this stuff. Backlinks, they have about 1,500 to about 383 referring domains. An okay ratio, not so bad. And then they have 3,100 organic keywords, and they're pulling in 2,500 people every month to their website. So let's find out what those keywords are to see if there's something you can do. Painting company Seattle, 300 people, they're getting 118, they're in position number 2. They're getting way over 30%. When you're in the top 10, top 3, by the way, you will get anywhere from 10 to 20% of all search volume. So Seattle Painting Company, it's a different variation of the top keyword, but it's the same idea. Interesting. They also do Spanish keywords. Good for them. And maybe in certain areas you want to do that. But anyway, Seattle Painting Company, 300 a month, 112, position number 2. Professional cabinet painting. I wouldn't rank for this because there's no actual location, so they're just wasting their time. Because anyone in the world can search for that, but house painter Seattle, only somebody in Seattle would put that in. 450 a month, they're getting 80. That's pretty good, and they're in position number 3. So they're pulling in almost 20% for that. About 18, actually. So you get the idea. Anyway, how does this really help you out? What you need to do is we got to add content. All right. You may have a structure of your website down, but we need to add content in there. And then with the content, we got to add keywords. And then finally, on top of the content and the keyword portion, we got to start boosting out your backlink profile. Good news is I know somebody who has a good one. These guys. So we got to find out what they got, take the good ones, and then on top of that, add an additional 50 to 100 so that you can start staying ahead of them as well. Imagine if you can bring in an additional 200 people through your website alone. What would that do for you? Anyway, that is all I got. If you do have any questions for me, please feel free to reach out. Other than that, you have an amazing night. Bye.